If you look at your bank account right now and see a number that makes you want to cry, I have some strange news for you. You are currently holding a winning lottery ticket. You just don't know how to cash it yet. We are taught that being broke is a curse, and society treats it like a disease. But if you analyze the Forbes 400 list or study the psychology of the world's greatest conquerors, you realize a pattern. Starting with zero isn't a handicap. It is the ultimate strategic advantage. The rich possess capital, but they lack something you have in abundance. In this video, we are going to rewire your brain. We will look at the 8 worst things about being poor and explain why they are actually your secret weapons to beat the wealthy at their own game. Advantage number 1 is innovation through necessity. Let's start with the obvious one, lack of resources. You want to start a business, but you can't afford ads, you can't hire staff, and you can't buy fancy software. It feels unfair, right? Wrong. This is your innovation filter. Here is the science. When the brain has unlimited resources, it becomes lazy. It solves problems by spending money. Rich startups throw cash at problems. They hire expensive agencies, they over-engineer products, and they burn millions without learning anything. But when you are broke, you can't spend, so you have to think. You have to be guerrilla. You have to make a product so good that people talk about it for free, because you can't afford marketing. Constraints breed creativity, while capital masks mediocrity. You aren't underfunded. You are forced to be efficient. You are an innovation machine. Advantage number 2 is asymmetric risk. Living with nothing feels scary. But in game theory, this is the most dangerous position for your opponent. A millionaire is terrified of risk because they have a reputation to protect, assets to defend, and a lifestyle to maintain. They play defense. But you have nothing to protect. If you launch a bold idea and it fails, you are just back to where you started. You are still broke. Nothing changes. This gives you asymmetric risk. Your downside is 0, but your upside is infinite. This allows you to take swings that a rich person would be too scared to take. You can disrupt industries because you don't care about the status quo. You aren't poor. You are anti-fragile. You are immune to the fear of loss. Advantage number 3 is the survival instinct. You know that feeling in your chest when bills are due? That stress? Doctors call it anxiety, but evolutionary biologists call it survival instinct. While the comfortable person is sleeping in, your brain is running simulations at 100 miles per hour. You are hyper-aware of threats and opportunities. In the wild, the fat, happy lion gets killed by the hunter. The hungry, anxious wolf hears the twig snap a mile away. This anxiety makes you detail-oriented. It makes you check the contract 3 times. It makes you obsessed with customer satisfaction because you need that sale to eat. Comfort kills ambition, but anxiety fuels it. You aren't stressed. You are hyper-alert. You have a biological radar for opportunity. Advantage number 4 is the outsider perspective. Maybe you didn't go to Harvard. Maybe you don't have an MBA. You feel unqualified. Good. Academic institutions teach you how the world used to work. They teach you the rules of the system. But to make massive wealth, you have to break the rules. Being an outsider means you haven't been indoctrinated. You don't know how things are supposed to be done, so you do them differently. Henry Ford didn't know cars were supposed to be for the rich. Elon Musk didn't know rockets were supposed to be built by governments. Ignorance of the rules is a competitive advantage in disruption. You aren't uneducated, you are uncorrupted. You see the matrix from the outside. Advantage number 5 is fluid adaptability. Your life is chaotic. You move apartments, you change jobs, you hustle. This sucks for comfort, but it builds plasticity. Rich kids grow up in a bubble. If you pop the bubble, they panic. They don't know how to handle chaos. But you were born in the chaos. You know how to talk to the landlord, the CEO, and the street vendor. You can code switch. You can adapt. In a rapidly changing economy, the person who can adapt the fastest wins, not the person with the most money. You aren't unstable. You are fluid. You can survive in any environment. Advantage number 6 is the Underdog Halo. Nobody respects you yet. You feel invisible. But here is the psychological trick. Humans are hardwired to love the underdog. Nobody cheers for Goliath. Everyone cheers for David. When you are starting from the bottom, people want to help you. Mentors are more likely to give advice to a hungry kid than a polished executive. Your story of struggle is your marketing asset. It makes you relatable. It makes you human. Authenticity is the new currency, and you have it in abundance. You aren't invisible. You are the hero. You have the story everyone wants to believe in. Advantage number 7 is velocity. Speed is the one currency you have more of than a corporation. Big companies and wealthy individuals move slowly. They have lawyers, committees, and bureaucracy. But when you are broke, you don't need permission. You have an idea at 8 a.m. and you can execute it by noon. You can pivot, change direction, and launch faster than they can sign the paperwork. In warfare, a small fast boat can outmaneuver a massive battleship. Your lack of baggage allows you to move at the speed of light. Speed kills the competition. Advantage number 8 is rejection immunity. If you are broke, you are already used to hearing no. You are used to doors closing. This has thickened your skin. A wealthy person's ego is fragile. They are devastated by rejection because they are used to getting their way. But business is a game of rejection. Because your ego has already been crushed by poverty, you are fearless. You can make the cold call that the rich person is too embarrassed to make. You are bulletproof. Now, a warning. These advantages are powerful, but they have an expiration date. Hunger is good fuel, but it is a bad lifestyle. The goal is to use these superpowers to escape poverty, not to romanticize it. Don't let being broke become your permanent identity. Use it as your launch pad. So the next time you look at your empty wallet, don't feel sorry for yourself. Smile. Because you are holding a controller that is mapped differently than everyone else's, and you are about to win the game. But having the advantage is useless if you don't know the rules of the game. There is a system designed to strip these advantages away from you and keep you in the salary trap forever. Click this video to see how the game is rigged and how to break it.